thousands of migrant children navigating their deportation proceedings without legal representation now that this funding hasn't been restored yet, despite a judge's order.
Pam, I'm very worried. It's good to see you, but I remember in the previous Trump administration visiting a Christian foster adoption agency here in Michigan that was trying to help these children who had been separated from their parents. And the stories then were horrific. Now, why are these children here? The story I remember from his first term was a mother who had sent her children to live with their grandmother because she was beaten, being threatened. Gangs were raping her. She was trying to earn money to send here, and they got separated and they couldn't find anybody. These children, why are they here? So many of these children are escaping horrific situations. We need to try to help them. I just think that one of the fundamental principles of our Constitution is due process. This is Easter weekend. This is Good Friday. If this isn't a day that we can't think and reflect about how do we help other children when we see someone that is in crisis and needs help, don't we have a moral obligation to be helping them in some way? Even if it's returning them to family in another country, they shouldn't be on their own, especially at age 3.
You talk about due process. That brings me to the case of Kilmer Abrego Garcia. Democratic Senator Chris Van Hollen was able to finally get a face-to-face meeting with him. The administration admitted that he was wrongly deported to El Salvador. Where do you think this goes from here?
I don't know where it goes. I'm glad that the senator was able to see him yesterday. There are some in the administration that are trying to play this, that like we care more about immigrants, still accusing him of being a member of a gang, which he has never. As a matter of fact, 4 years ago, they could not find proof. They said that he wasn't. I can tell you this, I've been at home. I did 3 town halls in a 24-hour period. One was in a very conservative part of my district that voted for Trump. One was with seniors and one was with young people in a high school. The question they all asked me at the very beginning is, what do you do when the president ignores the courts? How do we protect our Constitution? I had people of all kinds of different beliefs and principles asking me that question. We're going to fight hard. This was a Supreme Court. When is the last time anybody can remember the Supreme Court voting unanimously? This is a constitutional issue for this country.
Yeah, I mean, both sides are spinning the Supreme Court ruling as a win. You say we are going to fight. You said you heard from your constituents and even the conservative constituents, it sounds like, expressing that concern. So what are you going to do to fight being in the minority?
Well, I think that you see that the court, it's the people. I want to say this. I'm not afraid to speak up. I think that right now we have to worry about freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of press. You all are under attack, and due process every single day. And I will not be silenced, and I will speak up, and I will work with my colleagues. But it is the collective people in this country. We all have to be engaged. And it is our collective voices that are standing up, not being silenced, not being afraid to say, this is not what our Constitution protects. It's the collective we that protects our Constitution.
I imagine in these town halls, tariffs were also a big talker. We're following these new developments in the Trump administration's trade war with China and how that is playing out. The administration just revealed these plans to impose new port fees on Chinese ships with the aim of reviving the American shipbuilding industry. Do you support that move, especially given that the U.S. shipbuilding has dwindled to approximately 0.13%?
I am somebody who has said tariffs are a tool in the toolbox when used strategically. That's what has been missing on the tariff strategy. It's been chaos. But I've testified before on the need to bring shipbuilding back to this country, steel manufacturing. Many of the kind of basic economic issues or economic kind of product we need to be manufacturing in this country. This is what I'm going to tell you. When you are competing with a government that is subsidizing, the Chinese Communist government is subsidizing its manufacturing of many of these products. It's manipulating their currency. It's using slave labor. You're not competing on a level playing field. It's appropriate in those circumstances. The chaos, the attacking allies of decades has left a lot of uncertainty. But I do think that if we had a strategic strategy and we were like, what's he going to do today? Is it going to stay? Is it going to go? And are going after a country like China where we don't have a level playing field and the government subsidizing the product, it is appropriate.
So do you think the level that he has now on China, that 100, I believe 145%, is good?
Well, yes, I do. But I also want to say that I don't want people to think that I think the way that he's doing this is okay. When you see an unstable stock market, when you see businesses not knowing what is happening, it has to be as integrated strategy. What is our policy on bringing manufacturing back to this country? But you know what all businesses need? Certainty. And what we're doing now is total uncertainty. And companies don't want to be a ping pong ball in total chaos. So I think we need a tariff strategy, but it needs to be appropriate, not chaotic.
All right, Congresswoman Dingell, thank you so much.